June 7, 1992. Springfield, Missouri. A single-story house on East Delmar Street looks quiet under the glow of the streetlights. From the outside, everything appears normal. But inside, three women, Sherrill Levitt, her daughter Suzie Streeter, and Suzie's best friend Stacy McCall, are simply gone. No struggle, no blood, no broken glass. Just three women, vanished into thin air. This is the story of the Springfield Three, one of the most haunting mysteries in American true crime. It was a night of celebration. Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall had just graduated from Kickapoo High School. After a night of parties, they decided to stay over at Suzie's home, where her mother, Sherrill Levitt, lived. The plan was simple: rest, then head to a water park the next morning. But when friends came to pick them up the next day, the house was eerily silent. Cars parked neatly in the driveway. Purses, clothes, even cigarettes, all left behind. The only things missing were the three women themselves. Imagine walking into a house that feels like life has simply been paused. A half-smoked cigarette in an ashtray, a dog pacing nervously, and an unanswered question lingering in every room. Where did they go? The scene inside the house offered almost nothing, yet in some ways it offered too much. All three women's purses were lined up neatly in the living room. Suzie's car and Stacy's car sat untouched outside. The porch light had been shattered, with shards of glass scattered near the doorway. Most chilling of all, a message on the answering machine that was accidentally erased before police could examine it. Some say it may have been a confession or even a taunt. No signs of forced entry. No screams heard in the night. Just a silence so loud, it still echoes today. Springfield police launched one of the largest investigations the city had ever seen. Flyers plastered on poles, news coverage across the country, tips pouring in by the thousands. Psychics were consulted. Rivers were dredged. Abandoned houses searched. And yet nothing. One theory suggested a random abduction, but how could three women vanish without a trace? Another theory pointed to a more personal motive. After all, someone had to know their exact whereabouts that night. Detectives chased leads for months, then years. But the trail never solidified. Every promising clue dissolved into rumor. Every suspect faded back into the shadows. The case attracted whispers and speculation, some rooted in fact, others in desperation. A known criminal, Robert Craig Cox, a convicted kidnapper and suspected murderer, was at one point considered. From prison, he even suggested he knew what happened to the women. But he refused to say more. Could the shattered light have been a lure? Did someone break it, wait in the shadows, and strike when one of the women came outside? Some believe that abducting three women at once would have required more than one perpetrator. But no matter how far theories stretched, none could pierce the wall of silence surrounding the case. What makes this case so terrifying isn't just the disappearance, it's the absence of answers. Usually, with time, something surfaces. A witness comes forward. Remains are discovered. But with the Springfield Three, decades have passed, and the mystery remains unbroken. For their families, the pain is endless. No goodbyes. No closure. Just the weight of an empty house, frozen in 1992. And for Springfield itself, the shadow has never lifted. Ask anyone who lived there in the early 90s, and they'll tell you, the fear was real. Doors locked earlier. Windows closed tighter. Everyone looked over their shoulders, wondering if the next disappearance would be theirs. Think about this. If someone planned the abduction, how did they know the girls would end up at Sherrill's home that night? Why were no screams reported in a quiet residential neighborhood? And who left the erased message, the one clue that could have broken the case wide open? To this day, the answers remain just beyond reach. The story of the Springfield Three is more than just a cold case. It's a reminder of how fragile the line between safety and danger truly is. One night, three women celebrated the future. By morning, they had become a mystery that continues to haunt America. Perhaps somewhere, someone knows the truth. Perhaps one day, a secret long buried will rise to the surface. Until then, The Springfield Three remain suspended in time, forever missing, forever unanswered. What do you think happened to Sherrill, Suzie, and Stacy? Was this the work of a calculated predator, or someone much closer than we think? Let me know your theories in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into true crime's most haunting, unsolved mysteries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next story. Because sometimes, the scariest mysteries are the ones that never end.